Good evening, everybody. Brett Glover with Real Life Trading, bringing you another real life stock review. Today, I'm looking at CVS. This one caught my attention here today based on today's candle. And as I started to look over the chart, kind of on a higher time frame here on the weekly chart, we can see that we had a nice run up. And now we've had a nice pullback. Again, this is on the weekly time frame. And we based a little bit here, and now we're starting to come out of that. And as we can see, we had a bit of a resistance level here that we bounced off of, broke out of, and held with a bit of a double bottom here on the weekly. I do like that we have a weekly TTM squeeze as well. We've got some rising momentum, which means on the weekly chart, we are having some of that compression. Jumping down to the daily chart, you can see that we are also having a TTM squeeze here. The momentum histogram is rising as well, but we're bouncing off of the 100 SMA. And if you look back, how many times we've bounced off the 100, we did it there, we did it there, we did it there, and we did it there just recently. So that's 4 times recently. Before that, we did it right here. And so if you look at what happened now, turning on my 8 and 21 EMAs. And so this was back when that weekly squeeze fired from previous. So if you look back on the weekly chart, we had a TTM squeeze right here. So we had some of this compression. We broke out of that and that squeeze fired. Well, that led to a really big parabolic run up right here. And anything that runs up that hard, that fast is going to come down just as hard and just as fast. And so, of course, we came back down. We held the support level that or the resistance level turn support that we recently broke out of, made a bit of a double bottom here, broke out of that, retested, made a higher high, and now we've made a higher low, and now we're just kind of flagging right here on that 100 simple moving average. We do have an EMA cross today, and we do, if we zoom in a little bit even closer, we do have a bit of a double bottom pattern as well. If you want to look at it like that we're forming here, and this nice bullish candle today. It's a shaved bottom candle as well, meaning right at the open, there was no selling. It was all buying right away. Good volume. Our RSI broke above 50. Even the RSI made a little bit of a double bottom. And so I really like this now to, especially with that daily squeeze and that weekly squeeze, hopefully to fire off, is to grab a retest of this candle. And what I would probably do when I buy pullbacks, I like to just drop a quick anchored VWAP from the top and set my limit buy right along there. And the anchored VWAP is basically the dollar cost average of everybody from wherever you anchor it. So it's just like VWAP, except anchored VWAP, you can anchor it from any candle that you want. So I would buy, for me, I'm going to buy right off of that anchored VWAP there. And then I'm going to put my stop right about here, I think, because this high wave candle here, right off the 100, that's also a weekly pivot. And so price shouldn't come below that weekly pivot. If you want to open it up a little bit more, you certainly can. But if we put our stop right about there, from a target standpoint, I think 90 is very well in play, our recent high, which would give us a nice risk reward of roughly 2.7, kind of given these two locations. Now, I do think with that daily squeeze and weekly squeeze firing off, I almost like taking a partial right here at 90, letting it come down and retest. And I do think it does have a chance to get up to 100 here, which would also be a psychological level, and our 0.786 resistance, which is usually a big resistance from our weekly swing high to our weekly swing low. So I do like CVS. I'm going to be looking for a pullback on that, hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, again, I appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, certainly reach out in the room. And if anything, happy trading.